Today, we're diving into a single ballot measure in Greeley, Colorado. But this isn't just any local issue. This is a monumental billion-dollar choice about the city's future. It's called Proposition 1A, and believe me, the decision voters make here is going to be felt for generations.
So let me ask you this. Imagine that question on your own ballot. It's about so much more than just a new building. It's about what kind of city you want to live in, how much risk you're willing to take, and what your vision for the future really is. That's the huge choice facing Greeley voters right now. So what's this all about? Well, at its core, Proposition 1A is a do-over. The City Council already passed an ordinance, Ordinance 30, to rezone this huge 834-acre piece of land for a new entertainment and housing district. Prop 1A basically asks voters a simple question. Do you agree with that decision, or should we repeal it? And the choice couldn't be more direct. A yes vote on 1A repeals the ordinance, hitting the brakes on this entire development. A no vote keeps the ordinance in place, giving the project a big green light to move forward. We're talking two very clear paths with two vastly different outcomes. Okay, so let's first explore the big vision, the one presented by folks who support the project. This is the argument for voting no on Prop 1A, and it's a case built on promises of economic transformation, tons of new jobs, and a much more vibrant future for Greeley. The headline number from supporters is, frankly, staggering, an estimated $2.9 billion in economic activity in just the first decade. And we're not just talking about ticket sales here. This is about the ripple effect through the entire regional economy. And what does all that economic activity really mean for people? Well, it means jobs. The project is projected to create almost 1,400 permanent year-round jobs. We're talking positions in hotels, restaurants, the arena, and shops. A really significant boost to the local employment scene. The idea here is to create a hub of constant activity. We're talking over 200 events every single year. From professional hockey games with the Colorado Eagles to major concerts, family shows, and conventions. The goal is to put Greeley on the map as a regional destination. And if you look a little closer at those job numbers, you can see the immediate impact. Beyond the permanent positions, the construction phase by itself is expected to create over 3,700 jobs. That's a huge injection of payroll into the local economy right from the get-go. Now for supporters, this isn't just about fun and games. It's about critical infrastructure. The developers have committed $56 million to upgrade major roads like Highway 34. This is a massive improvement that, proponents argue, won't cost taxpayers a single dime. This quote from Weld County Commissioner Kevin Ross really connects the dots for the no side. The idea is that this new tax revenue isn't just some abstract number. It's the actual funding source that could tackle some of the city's most persistent and critical challenges. All right, now let's flip the coin and turn to the other side of the debate. This is the case for caution, the argument for voting yes on Prop 1A. And it's a perspective rooted in deep concerns about financial risk, transparency, and the unbelievable scale of the city's commitment. Opponents want you to start with this number, $832 million. That's the initial price tag, financed through bonds. For a city the size of Greeley, that's a massive figure, and they'll tell you it's just the beginning. Because, see, when you add in all the fees, interest, and other commitments, the city's total financial exposure climbs to over $1 billion. For those urging caution, this represents a level of risk they find completely unsettling. And here is maybe the most shocking point for those voting yes. To get the financing, the city is using 46 public buildings as collateral. And we're not talking about some spare warehouses. We're talking about the absolute core of city operations. City Hall itself, the police headquarters. These essential assets are being put on the line. Beyond the giant price tag, opponents raise some serious questions about the deal itself. They point out there's no legally binding agreement that guarantees local hiring or specific wages. And they highlight that the developer gets guaranteed fees, meaning they're financially protected even if the project tanks, while the city is left holding all the risk. This chart highlights what economists call opportunity cost. Proponents of a yes vote are arguing that by focusing so much money and attention on this one mega project, other essential city needs are getting pushed to the back burner. A $250 million rec center? Postponed. A new city hall? Delayed. These are the trade-offs that are at the very heart of this debate. This quote from a Greeley resident, Nicole Reiner, really gets to the core of the yes campaign. It's not necessarily a flat-out no to development, but it's a call to just pause, to protect the city's finances and demand better, more concrete guarantees for the community before taking such a massive leap of faith. So you've got these two competing arguments on the table. What actually happens depending on the vote? Well, the outcome of Prop 1A is going to set Greeley on one of two very, very distinct paths forward. If yes wins, everything just stops. The current plan is dead in the water. All those economic projections, they vanish, at least for now. Those developer-funded road improvements are off the table, and the city's deal to become the new home for the Colorado Eagles hockey team, that's suddenly in serious jeopardy. The city would essentially hit the reset button. But if no wins, it's full steam ahead. Construction begins, the city officially takes on that billion-dollar financial commitment with all the risks that come with it. But it also positions itself to potentially reap all the rewards, the new tax revenue, the jobs, and a whole new identity as a regional entertainment hub. So, in the end, the vote on Proposition 1A really just boils down to this fundamental question. It's a choice between a bold, ambitious vision for growth on one hand and a more cautious approach that puts financial security first on the other. There's no easy answer here, and the future of Greeley really does hang in the balance.